What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Marlon. We are back at it again with another edition of the show. So, if this is your first time watching, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Turn on that post notification bell so you never miss out on the daily updates that we have in the land of PlayStation and Xbox. If that's something that you're interested in, Monday through Fridays. Also on the weekends, we do have some shows as well. So appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that share button for me. And we got to talk. We have to talk because, I remember the good old days of gaming. And gaming is not like what it used to be back in the PS2, Xbox One time frame, even going as far back as PS1 or even beyond that. It's just not the same anymore. And as we progress further from that generation and then moving into PS3 and Xbox 360, I felt like at that moment in time, it was a great time. It was a really, really great time. And Microsoft really, really got to shine in that time frame, in that timeline. And I was like, this is cool, right? The 360, awesome console. Besides the failure rate, besides all the issues and everything that was going on, but wasn't a bad console at all. Was really good. And transitioning from Xbox 360 to Xbox One, and that's where they dropped the ball right there. The DRM situation, the system was like very underpowered. All different type of resolutions. The list goes on. All different type of Xbox SKUs that they had. They wanted to be an all-in-one entertainment box. And it was just very confusing. It was very confusing. And, even Phil admitted that, listen, we lost that generation, clearly. And I felt like everything was over right there and then at the Xbox One generation because, they almost didn't make it. They barely made it to this generation. And I think what saved Xbox was Game Pass, which we talked about Game Pass in yesterday's show. And obviously we have the leaks, right? And we talked about the leaks and certain things that came out shouldn't have been out in the first place because, this really kind of exposed a lot of things that they're thinking or planning on or just kind of like a rough estimate. And a lot of it don't look good. Obviously, they have lots of plans, lots of consoles and things of that nature. And the problem there lies is the execution. And I feel like Microsoft is they're all over the place this generation. They're trying to throw things at the wall to see what's going to stick. And I don't want it to be over for Microsoft. I want them to continue to fight, but I feel like they just have this energy of just giving up if this don't work out or if that don't work out. At the heart and soul of Xbox, it was always the console. It was always the console gamer. If you go back to E3s ago, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years ago, completely different Xbox. Everybody knows this. The shows, it was just the excitement. The games, the overall goal was better back then because it was really about the console gamer. It was really about the games. And now it's just like, what the heck is going on? It's like we completely did a whole 180 on everything. Mindset change, everything changed. And I understand that everything changes with time and you have to be more strategic, moving forward and everything. But at the same time, it's not like it used to be. The games don't even look like they used to, you know, like the extra love and care and developers has long gone from certain studios that, you know, when they were at Xbox and things of that nature. It's just not the same. And here we are, acquisitions after acquisitions, and it just seems like, well, is that enough? Is that enough? Is that going to make Xbox really stand out like they did in the Xbox 360 era? Right? Is that enough? Buying all these studios and buying all these publishers, is that enough? Because you gotta look at it like this, right? These games cost a lot of money, and Microsoft is going to these publishers, or these publishers are coming to Microsoft to add these games to Game Pass. And it's like, these games are expensive, too expensive, right? And Game Pass is literally all they're dependent on right now. They can't even depend on the consoles because nobody is really buying the consoles. Right now, Microsoft is trailing behind the Xbox One generation. See what I'm saying? Like, it's sad. This is sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. And we're going to talk about two pieces of story today, because the Series S, this is why I say, for the hardcore gamer like myself, for the hardcore gamer like you, people who actually grew up playing Xbox, love Xbox. I still have my original Xbox. It's in storage. I have my original Xbox. I have my 360. I have everything, right? And it's just not the same. Going back to those games, playing those older games, it's just a whole different vibe, right? And I remember the 360, it was for everybody. It was for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. And it's just like, I don't know.
Benjamin B. $1. After Spider-Man 2, what games do we have for PS5? Xbox is also dead. The game industry is becoming stale. My only hope is that Nintendo brings some heat with their next-gen console.
I don't know, man. Thank you for the $1. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's just dead. It's just not. And anybody who is from the Xbox 360 time frame knows what I'm talking about. It's just not the same. It's just not the same. Even the Xbox One generation, like, they had more games than they do have now. It is just not the freaking same. And it's almost as if like Microsoft is just willing to give up. They have already given up on the console space. Like, I don't know, man. It's like, if this don't work, then we're done. That's where we are now. It's like everything goes out the window. Everything goes out the window. Like, if this one particular thing that we're going to talk about today does not work, if their plan for this one particular, it's over. It's done. And that is sad. That is so freaking sad. It is sad. And, you know, it's like a waste of time buying a Series X. It really is a waste of time. Because it's like you're sitting here and you're waiting for games to fully utilize the console. And it's up to the developers to get the most out of the Series X. And we're 3 years in and we're still waiting. We're still waiting. There's a lot of games right now. Games are not the problem anymore for Xbox. It clearly is not the problem anymore, because back then people used to say, oh, Xbox ain't got no games and this and that. Can't say that no more. They got a lot of games. But the problem lies is the quality. Where is the quality? You know, because they struggled in the past to put out high quality stuff. right? And now it's like we hear in this new generation, and we still waiting on the Series X to be utilized. Maybe there's a handful of games that are in development right now that's going to utilize the Series X, but not to the extent or to the extreme that a lot of us are expecting. At least on the Sony side of things, I mean, they're showing us stuff here and there that is utilizing the PS5 finally. And a lot of people are happy. And, you know, they shift development strictly to PS5. It's a different case. Sony does not have a lower tier console like Microsoft does. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that lower tier machine is winning. The casual gamer is winning. We're outdated. The hardcore gamer is outdated. Long gone is the Microsoft that there's no power greater than X. Where is that? You know, where is that? Like the X that was for the gamer, for the hardcore gamer. Where is that? That is done. That's null and void. It's over. You can sit there all you want and thinking, oh, Microsoft is going to blow us away. You know, they're going to fully utilize. Man, it's all about the casuals, bro. It's all about the S. I keep telling you guys that. And going back to what Digital Foundry said, man, they talked to an Xbox exec and they literally straight up told them, like, listen, like, it's about the S. It's like this generation, they come into this generation, they're all over the place. They're not 100% honest with us, right? Is it the X or is it the S? Oh, wait a minute. It's the S, right? And that wasn't spelled out to us, that they weren't clear on what is the primary console. The primary console is the S. So the X is just sitting there burning in fire, perishing away. You're not going to get a lot of games this entire generation that's going to fully utilize the X. It's just not going to happen. It's just not. Not as much as the S. It's not. And it's sad. And with that type of mindset, it's like it tips the scale of sales. It tips the scale on the gamer. Like, why waste money buying the X when all Microsoft is focusing on is the S? Mandating developers to develop with S in mind. If they skip S, don't even develop at all. Which just recently, the whole Baldur's Gate situation, they skipped over that, right? And then they retract their statement and it's like, oh yeah, you know what? We're gonna remove the parity situation, and you know, and we're gonna allow the developer to do what they need to do. But the S is right there. S ain't going nowhere. So it's like you look at the playing field and it's like, bro, all Microsoft is caring about right now is the S in the console space, mobile, PC, and the cloud. That is it. The S alone cannot carry them for the whole entire console space. It can't. Marlon, why are you saying that? Well, the S is the primary console, but the X exists. And what the more and more people realize that, well, I'm just having this more powerful system and it's not being fully utilized. New games are coming out and games ain't even hitting 60 frames. It's not fully utilizing the X. So what's the freaking point? I might as well just go with the S. Yes, I'm going to get lower resolution, lower frame rate. You know, I mean, textures and polygons are not going to look as good, but I might as well just save myself some money, save myself $200 and go with the S. And so it's not the Nintendo effect. They're not Nintendo. So it's like you can't just win the casual, just do casual only and just win an entire generation, or be profitable, or be sustainable enough to be happy for an entire generation just with the S when the X exists. It's sad. It is very, very sad. And let's put some timestamps on this because we got to talk. We have to talk, man. I saw this coming a mile away. I knew that eventually their luck was going to run out. And if things are not going to work in terms of the games, in terms of all these studios that they've been buying all this time, then it's over. Because their end goal is mobile. Right? Their end goal is mobile. Their end goal is the cloud. Their end goal is PC. PC, cloud, and mobile. That's their main focus. They don't care about the console. And it shows. It shows. How many times have we sat here and preach and preach and preach? How many times have we listened to interviews after interviews? And it seems like Phil's just dancing around the fire when it comes to questions about the console. They don't care because they know they can't win. They know they can't win in the console space anymore. They can't.
It's over 9,000.
They know they can't win that game. They can't beat Nintendo and they can't beat Sony. So it's like, what do you do? And maybe that's why Phil was accepting defeat in that XCast kind of funny interview. Maybe that's why he was accepting defeat. Like, man, we can't do what the blue guys do. Yes, you can. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work, but yes, you can. You got to go back from ground zero. You got to go back from scratch. It's a lot of work that you're going to have to do, but it can be done. You can't just give up like that. You can't just quit like that. There's so much stuff on the table right now. You can't just let Sony just walk all over y'all. Nintendo, I'm telling you right now. Jesus. Listen, Nintendo, with their more powerful hardware, Microsoft better watch out. Because now they have a more powerful hardware that they have been working on. And once that goes out there and it's equivalent to, apparently it was equivalent to a PS5. I'm telling you right now, that is trouble. That is big trouble. Because now develop all those third-party games that was missing on Switch is now going to be coming to the successor of the Switch. And that's big trouble for Microsoft and trouble for Sony too as well. Because if this, whatever this Switch successor is going to be, if it's priced competitively and really well, man, you're in trouble. Because now a lot of the games that developers been crying about for years that they want to put on Switch, they couldn't do it because the system was underpowered. Now you have all the power now. So now what? The only thing that's saving them is Game Pass. That's it. That's the only thing that's saving them right now. And Game Pass, it's not all unicorns and rainbows. It's not. Because the cost of these games are getting more expensive. So think about it this way. The cost of these games are getting more and more and more and more expensive. Then that simply means that if they got to come out of pocket to pay for XYZ game to be in Game Pass day one, then we, the gamer, we're going to have to eventually pay more again. They're going to have to raise the price on Game Pass again to kind of offset or to kind of recoup that money. Right? And that's just third party. What about first party? If the quality of the first party games are not good and the third party games is a hit or miss because it's up to that third party publisher. So let's say, for instance, they pay XYZ money for a third party, 500 million, 600 million for XYZ game. And it's a buggy, glitchy nightmare. It runs like trash and online don't work. This don't work. Waste of freaking 600 million. right? Because people are going to get turned off. Then if your first party is not hitting like it's supposed to, okay, that's another turn off. So what happens to Game Pass at that point? You start losing. You start losing subscribers. How long can they play the long game for? Because Microsoft is all about the long game. How long can you play the long game for? Before you just like, you know what? F it. We're tired. We're tired of this. We just not getting anywhere. Right? What if mobile don't work? What if you buying all these Activision, buying Activision, buying Bethesda, buying this studio that they was even trying to buy Nintendo? What happens if none of that stuff works? Right? You're going to quit. It's over. Because you started out with consoles and you're telling me you're going to die out just without consoles? You started out with consoles and you're going to die out without consoles. Nah, you're supposed to end with consoles. But the problem is the consoles are not selling as much as they would want. Why is that? Because of the games, the freaking games. The games. The games are not the freaking same. The quality are not the freaking same. That's the problem. People are just not buying consoles like that. They're not buying the Xbox Series consoles like that. The only console that people are buying, which we're going to talk about, and it shouldn't raise any eyebrows. You guys, I told you guys this already. The S. That's all people. I told you guys that's why I started to play on the S. I'm not stupid. Because the X, people still search for Series X gameplay on YouTube and stuff like that. Yes, because if games that are fully utilizing the box, ray tracing, 60 FPS, 4K, whatever, people will search for that stuff on YouTube. These newly released games, people are looking for the cheaper consoles. People love cheap stuff. People are searching for Series S gameplay, especially on the more powerful and graphically demanding titles. People are searching for that because that is the entry-level box. People love entry-level stuff. It's a fact of life. If you look at the cheapest iPhone, it sells more than the other ones, right? Because it's cheaper. Or laptops, a gaming laptop. People always go for the more budget-friendly computer and still getting really good performance, but at a cheaper price without sacrificing too much performance, right? And when Starfield dropped, a lot of people were searching for gameplay on this Series S. Notice, I'm not telling you no lie. That Series S video that I have done playing Starfield for almost 6 hours, well over 10,000 views. Maybe if I would have played it on the X, I probably wouldn't get that many views. Why is that? Because people want to see the performance of the entry-level box. And not only that, but the fact that Microsoft is pushing the S more than the X, it's common sense. It's common sense. Now you're shifting the whole mindset of people to focus on the lower powered box because it's cheaper, right? And because it's the Game Pass machine, right? It's the Game Pass machine and your main focus is Game Pass. So it makes sense. It goes hand in hand. Game Pass, Series S. There is no X digital, okay? Now, you still can utilize the X with digital because it's a digital and physical hardware, but it's more expensive and it's more for the hardcore, right? But there's not enough hardcore gamers out there to really push the X, to push the scale of the X above the S because the S is more cheaper and it's the cheapest next-gen system. So, man, let's get to these super chats. Thank you so much, Rich, for subscribing. Keep subscribing if you're brand new. Turn on that post notification bell. Oh, we gonna get started here. Jeffrey, thank you for the $10. Says sad they don't care about the quality anymore, just quantity, and people keep giving money. Of course, people are gonna keep giving money for sure. Through Game Pass, so they happy. Of course. People, majority of Xbox gamers are subscribed to Game Pass. That's a fact. Majority of people who game on Xbox are subscribed to Game Pass. That's a fact. Majority of Xbox gamers don't go out to GameStop or go out to Best Buy to go buy no physical game. And Microsoft knows this. Why you think the leak was showing us that tube console? Why you think that tube console was in their brains, in their thought process? Which they should have done that at the beginning of this generation. Why you think the Tube Series X is in motion? Because they know that if you spend $500 to buy the Tube console, right? The Series X Tube console, that they got you locked. They got you locked to Game Pass. You can't put no disc in there. So they got you locked into their ecosystem. That's their plan. Their plan is to not push the disk drive Series X. Their plan is to push Game Pass, right? Game Pass is digital. That's their main focus. If you don't see that, then I don't know what to tell you. That's why all these newer systems that they have in the pipeline are all digital. Digital. All you seeing is digital stuff. Why is that? Game Pass is digital. So he says Sony need to buy Xbox from them to rise again. Xbox just became a service now. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a service. It's a service. It's a Netflix. It's a Netflix for video games. It's a service. That's all it is. It's nothing else. That's all it is. It's a service. And it's a shame. It's a freaking shame. Because me and you, a lot of y'all grew up in the 90s, late 80s, 70s, whatever. We all about that physical games. We all about the cartridges and the CDs and all that type of stuff. That's out the window now. That's out the window. You see what I'm saying? You see, Sony, on Sony's side, majority of Sony sales is digital as well. But they know we still got to keep going with the physical as much as we can. Right? On the Sony side of things, it's the same thing. Like, they sell more digital than physical. Everybody is buying digital games as well on the Sony side. We just talked about that 2 streams ago. And Sony's business model is obviously to sell consoles. That's their business model. Sell consoles at all costs, whatever it takes. We're going to keep pumping, $200 million, $300 million, $400 million into these first party games. And we're going to make them good enough so that you can buy our console to play day and date. We're not doing what Microsoft is doing. That can't work for us. That's not sustainable for us. We'll go out of business messing around going the Microsoft route. They can't do what Microsoft do. They can't play that type of game. So they have to stick to the console. And how do you sell consoles? Software sell consoles. And how do you convince the gamer to buy your console rather than just simply saying, oh, buy the software? The software has to be good. The quality has to be good. If the quality is not good and you're just putting out quantity, guess what? Your luck is going to run out and people are going to stop buying your console. Period. People are going to lose interest. Trash after trash after trash after trash. We ain't fooling with you no more. This is a waste of time, waste of money. I could invest my money elsewhere, maybe Nintendo, or go somewhere else. So Sony knows that the pressure is on. When they first started with PS1, leading all the way up to the fifth generation of PlayStation, they have to keep doing what they do best and what they're known for. So the pressure is always on Sony. They know they can't afford to drop quality, because if they drop the quality too much, it's going to hurt them. They know that. So the pressure is even more on Sony. Because if Sony drops the ball and put out garbage, right? Well, there goes that $300-400 million that you invested into a first party game and a freaking studio. Sony ain't got that type of money to just blow $400-500 million to blow on a first party game. They don't have that type of money. Microsoft can blow that. They can sneeze that out. It's okay. We'll make it up. It's all good. We can make that money up. Microsoft can play the fool's game. They can play the fool's game, but in the end, it's going to bite them in the rear because they're going to look back at it and they're going to say, well, dang, we wasted all of our money. And what did it do for us? Where did it get us? Now, I told you guys yesterday, how are they going to recoup the Activision Blizzard King deal money? You think it's just by giving you Call of Duty day one in Game Pass and giving you Crash and Spyro and all these games, all these Activision Blizzard games day one just for re-existing subscribers? No, they have to find other ways to recoup that money. Ads. They're going to put into the PC Game Pass and mobile Game Pass ads using the Activision infrastructure for mobile. So they're going to be using ads. They're going to inject ads into Game Pass and into mobile on PC. That's how they're going to try to recoup. And they're going to try to recoup it in other areas, not just by giving you Call of Duty and Crash and Spyro and all these games day one. No. They have to find a way to make up that $69 billion. They have to find a way. And what if they don't? What if that don't work? What if they don't? What if they're not able to recoup that money? Then what? Then what's going to happen? You already not shining in the console space. So what's going to happen? It's over at that point, because it's like, how long can you play the game of buying? And if everything you're buying is not working out, then what are you going to do? Right? Because you don't want to go back to the drawing board and put out quality stuff, put out engaging stuff that is going to appeal to a much more wider audience, hardcore and casual, right? So the hardcore can buy more Series X and the casual can keep on buying the S. Nah, you just focusing on one thing, and the one thing that you're focusing on is the S. And it's working. Clearly it's working, because we're going to go over the numbers. Thank you so much, Jay Perez, for the $20. Says Marlon, stay spitting these facts. Thank you so much for the $20. This super chat helps us. Like the stream, share the stream. We ain't done yet. My man Trek, thank you for the $11.99. Says it's over, sad, but time to move on and buy a PS5. C Hendo, thank you so much, man. Says keep working. And I think Benjamin B. All right, thank you all for the love. Let's get back into it. So Here is the sad state of affair, which we're going to talk about, because, man, it breaks my heart, bro. It really breaks my heart to hear this, to hear them talk about it. It broke my heart to hear Phil Spencer talk the way he was talking at XCast Kind of Funny. And I said, it's over. At that point, you're talking like that. You're accepting defeat. You're putting out games that you know is not good quality. You know is not good quality. But you're like, nah, it's okay. We're going to put it in Game Pass and we'll fix it later. Stop doing that. That's a fool's errand. Stop doing that. You're setting yourself up for failure. Work smarter, not harder. You're not working smart. Because you know that we got Game Pass. Game Pass. What happens when the straw that breaks the camel's back is Game Pass not working out? What happens then? What are you going to do? How many times are you going to make a good game eventually? How many times are you going to do that before people bail? Before people say, I'm done with Game Pass? What happens to Microsoft? Because you see, during the Xbox One generation, Phil said they literally almost not make it into this generation. Almost. It was so bad to the point where they're like, you know what? Nah, we're not going to do another Xbox. Almost.
Over 9,000.
Right? And it's because of Game Pass. And you're treating Game Pass like trash, putting out trash first-party quality games. No, sir. No bueno. No bueno on that. That cannot, there's no way. If you keep doing that, that's going to ruin everything. And you're talking about 100 million subscribers. How are you going to get to 100 million subscribers with trash mistakes like that? How are you going to get there? How are you going to get there with putting out 0 first-party games for a calendar year? How are you going to get there? That's the biggest question that I have. How you think you're going to get there? You're not going to get there with that type of 100 million. What? In 8 years? Okay, hold on. Let's take a look here. Game Pass came out 6 years ago. 6 years ago. So what are you gonna do? 6 years ago, you're at 30 million, or not even 30 million. We don't even know where you're at now because we just been hearing this and hearing that. Game Pass has been out since 2017. 2017. And you're not even halfway. You're not even at 50 million yet. So what are you going to freaking do? And not only that, more people are on PC. Oh my God. Oh my God. It makes sense. Now everything is coming out to the light. It makes sense. You have more Game Pass subscribers on PC than you do consoles. That's a freaking problem. That's a problem. What is it? Something like 15 million on PC and then 10 million on console? What? Oh, man. This is why I say it's over for consoles, for Xbox. It's over because with that type of freaking mindset, of just, nah, if this don't work, we're done. You got to keep fighting. You got to keep going. You got to find new ways to innovate. I don't know what the heck you got to do. Get rid of whoever is over the head of Xbox Game Studios. Get somebody who knows exactly what they're freaking doing. Check with every studio. Make sure that the quality control is where it needs to be. And push. Because you think Sony is going to slow down? Sony ain't slowing down. Nintendo ain't slowing down. So what are you going to do? You're just going to keep letting Sony walk all over you in terms of console sales? Are you going to fight? You hate to see it. You hate to freaking see it. You hate to see it. All right. Let's put a timestamp on this. And we're going to dig into this. This is sad. This is so freaking sad. He says no one thinks Spider-Man 2 is going to be buggy. Spider-Man 2 is going to have bugs and glitch. You'd be crazy if you think it's not going to. Thank you so much, Ninja, for the $10. Says wish Xbox would get back to the games instead of trying to run the market. Listen, bro. I don't even think that's ever going to happen. I don't think that's ever going to happen. So let's get back to the nightmare that y'all gonna see. The story that we're gonna dig into right now, right away. This cannot wait. Okay, look at this. And what does this tell you? Right here. Let's go here. What does this tell you? Look at this. Look at this headline. Microsoft considering leaving games if it God of mercy. If it doesn't significantly grow beyond consoles. So that means it's over. If you're saying that you're considering leaving games. It's so freaking sad. If you don't significantly grow beyond, that means the console space is over. It's done. It's literally, oh my God, bro. This hurts my heart. This hurts my heart. So you're telling me if the mobile and PC fails, if you can't grow beyond consoles, it's over. Oh my God, have mercy. I can't. I just, oh my God. Guys, I need y'all to open your eyes. The writing is on the wall right here. Xbox chief Phil Spencer told the court in a recent hearing that if Microsoft's gaming division doesn't significantly grow beyond the console, oh my God, it may end up Oh my God, bro. Oh, I can't believe I'm reading this. Can't believe I'm reading. They're willing to exit. They're willing to exit gaming. They're willing to give up on the gaming business altogether, leaving PlayStation with no rival. Spencer's deposition was recently made public and sheds more light on Microsoft's push into mobile and PC. Oh my God, have mercy. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, guys, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Man, listen, we've been preaching all this time. We've been preaching, oh, Microsoft, come on, you can do it. Don't give up. You can do it in the console space. You can do it. You got this. Just focus on the quality. Manage your studios correctly. You hear what Phil said? It's basically over. It's over for the console space because why would they want to grow significantly beyond consoles? Because consoles is not doing well. The console space is not doing well. They're buying Activision. Why do you think they're buying Activision? Why do you think they're going out buying all these publishers? Open your eyes. That's why. Because they want to bet on the right horse. They want to bet on the mobile horse and they want to bet on the PC horse. They're not betting on console horse. They're not betting on the console horse. They want to grow beyond consoles. And if they can't grow beyond significantly beyond consoles, then it's over. It's over. I can't imagine a world without Microsoft being in it when it comes to the console space. I can't. Like, I just can't. So you're just going to leave Sony, leave Nintendo behind, right? And then we already know how that story is going to end. What in the freaking world? Not only that, man, this is sad. I can't even read this stuff. It's so freaking sad. Even the Xbox Series X and S is currently behind Xbox One sales. What did I say? What did I explain to you guys earlier? What did I say earlier? Even the Series X and S is behind the Xbox One in sales on a time-aligned basis. As a result, Microsoft has been pushing Xbox Game Pass on PC. Remember what Phil said when he said, we're trying to grow Game Pass elsewhere. In other words, PC, mobile, cloud, because on consoles, they're already hitting that ceiling. They're already hitting the ceiling already. They're hitting that ceiling. Almost hitting that ceiling for how much more can you grow in the console space? How much more subscribers for Game Pass can you get on the console space? Considering you have one console that is selling more than the other. You have two consoles on the market and one of them is significantly. I'm using that word because when we're about to look at the numbers, y'all gonna your heads are gonna, oh my God, like, wait, what? What? The Series S, one of them, is growing significantly, selling significantly more than the other. And you're telling me that's not going to hurt you? You telling me you got so much money to blow? Oh no, just forget about the Series X. Oh no, it's okay. Nah, you can't think like that. Not because you're a $1 trillion company, you can't think like that. You have a product, you need to sell the product. And how are you going to sell the more powerful hardware on the planet is putting out games that fully utilize the hardware so that people can buy it. It's as simple as that. Cut and dry.
It's over 9,000!
Look at this. It's over. It's freaking over. It's over for consoles. For Microsoft. In their minds, in their hearts, they know. We can't compete. We can't compete with Sony. We can't. We just don't have it to compete. It's over. It's over. We know we have to grow beyond the console space. It's over for us because we just can't seem to get it together. We keep missing the mark. Generations after generation after the 360, we keep missing the mark. What I'm about to show you guys right now should open up your eyes even further. This leak is doing us a benefit. It's doing us a service. This leak is an eye-opener to let us know really what the heck is going on. So we're not sitting here like idiots just thinking and guessing and wishing and hoping and praying. Listen to this. Explaining an internal company chart about the future of Microsoft's gaming business, Spencer told the court that he can fairly safely say that if we do not make more progress than this off of console, we would exit the gaming business. They're done. They're going to exit the premises. Look at this chart right here. Pay close attention. Pay close attention to this chart right here. Okay. Oh, pay close attention to this chart. All right. I need y'all to look at this chart. Hold on. All right. Pay close attention. Look at this. What is first? Cloud first gamers. Cloud first gamers. Oh, I'm sorry. Where is consoles? At the freaking bottom. Let me move myself out the way. I hope y'all looking at this. Pay attention. Pay attention. It goes hand in hand with what Phil is saying. Look at this. Console at the bottom. Cloud first. PC first. And then console first plus multiple device gamers at the bottom. You see what's peaking in the blue? Look at what's peaking in the blue. Cloud. Oh my God. Man, listen, bro. Listen, bro. This is it. This is it. This is it right here. And we knew every move that Phil has been making is to grow beyond the console space. Sony is trying to grow beyond the console space, but if Sony, listen, hold on. Sony is trying to grow beyond the console space, right? Because they're trying to tap into mobile, they're trying to tap into cloud. All right. They already tapped into the VR segment. They're trying to grow beyond just the tried and true console. Right. But if Sony fails in the cloud segment, if they fail in the mobile segment, they'll still be okay with the consoles. They'll be okay. They won't be out of business, right? Microsoft, on the other hand, well, they're not doing well in the console space. And if PC and mobile and cloud does not work, it's done. You see what I'm saying? It's like Microsoft is playing with fire because xCloud needs work. Okay. The mobile, they're hoping that this Activision Blizzard King deal can help shoehorn them into a really good future. And not only that, if they're shining in the mobile and the PC segment, then console, even though console is struggling, they'll still keep the console going because they'll still theoretically be in the gaming business. Make sense? Makes sense? That's the whole thing. That's the trick. That's the gimmick. I'm trying to open y'all eyes. If cloud and mobile and PC is working, then console will be hanging on for their life. It will be hanging on for their life. They will still make consoles because other areas of the Xbox gaming division is still progressing and flourishing. But if cloud fails, if mobile fails, and if PC fails, everything crumbles and it's done. We're exiting the building. It's over. Because we can't compete off of just consoles alone. That's the reason why they're doing what they're doing, guys. That's the reason why they're going around, they're buying up all this stuff, because they know if we buy all these studios and buy all these publishers, this will strengthen our cloud market. We already have the lead in that, and it will strengthen our PC and mobile department. And that's what they're doing. Sad for console gamers. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but this is the writing on the wall. You don't want to read stuff like this. It's hard. It's so painful for me to read this because it's so freaking sad. I grew up playing Xbox, the original Xbox, playing Halo Combat Evolve, playing Halo 2, Mech Assault, Forza. Oh, man. Gears. You know, all these games we grew up playing. So many other games, you know what I mean? Blinks, what's it called? Blinks or whatever it's called. Conquer and all these freaking games. Killer Instinct. All these freaking games. Sad, man. Sad. And what we about to talk about next is going to shake y'all up even more. So let's talk about it because this... I've been saying it. People don't listen to me. I've been saying this. I've been trying to spread awareness on this stuff for a long time. I'm like, guys, the writing is on the wall. After that XCast kind of funny interview, it's on the wall. Period. I mean, you already seeing it from the beginning of this generation and seeing how Microsoft is just not... Anybody who tells you that Microsoft is the same, they're crazy because Microsoft clearly is not the same. Not like they used to be. And their minds are elsewhere. They're not focusing on the console gamer. They're focusing on mobile, PC, and cloud. That's it. So if you are somebody that's running out there buying a Series X, hey, man, case-by-case basis on that one, brother. Your $500 is on a case-by-case basis. Let's get to these super chats. Thank you for the 5. Said the PS4 sold 120 million units last generation and the Xbox One sold 60 million. The inevitable was bound to happen. There you go. Noob Gamer, thank you for the $2. Says, what happens to all those acquisitions and IPs? I don't know. They're probably going to liquidate them. I don't know. Parrish, thank you. Says, no competition isn't a good thing. It's not. It's not a good thing. It's bad. It's real bad. It's real bad. All right, guys, look at this. This is serious, man. It saddens my heart. It saddens my heart. Look at this right here. This is also another reason why things are the way they are. I told you guys. Majority of people are not buying a Series X. Man, it's so sad, man. It's so sad. It's oh my God, bro. Microsoft started out with this whole power stuff. Power, right? The original Xbox, more powerful than the PS2, right? Obviously, PS3 was more powerful than the 360, but going into the Xbox One generation with the Xbox One X, it was more powerful than the PS4 Pro. And going into this generation, again, more powerful than the PS5. How is that working out for them? How is the power talk, the power narrative, how is that working out? Oh, that is dead in the water. Oh, it's over now. You don't hear nobody talking about T-flops, 12 teraflops, and because it's not being fully utilized. What did Mark Cerny said? Everybody's sitting here talking about floating points and stuff like that. Everybody talking about T-flops and stuff like that. Half of these people don't even understand what floating points are. And it does not mean, oh, because XYZ console have this amount of floating points, it does not equate to more or better performance. It's just floating points for the GPU, right? And at the end of the day, you can have something with 20 teraflops. Doesn't mean that it's going to outshine something with less teraflops if it's not being fully utilized. If it's being fully utilized, like if it has more horsepower under the hood and it's being utilized, then you will see that extra power and VRAM and floating points and cache and all this other stuff. But if it's not being utilized, then it makes no sense talking about it. And at the beginning of this generation, that's all people was talking about was floating points. Oh yeah, Series X, 12 teraflops. PS5, 10 teraflops. Oh, PS5 is trash. Now the narrative has completely changed 3 years later. Now nobody is saying weak Station 5 no more. Garbage Station 5 no more. The weaker system is offering ray tracing on every single mode. Every single performance mode. Ray tracing on every freaking thing. You could say PS4 all you freaking want. You could say it's PS4 all you want, regardless if it's PS4, PS3, PS2, PS1, call it whatever you want to call it. The fact that ray tracing is on every single thing, that is groundbreaking in this type of year with this type of console technology. All right. Xbox gamers want the same thing for Series X. They want the same thing for Series X. They want ray tracing on everything. They want to see the full potential of the X. Well, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, sorry to disappoint you, because Microsoft Premier Console, their main focus console, which is the Series S, is going to continue to shine. And here's another eye-shocking opener. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's over for the Series X. Look at this. What a shame. Look at this. Look on your screen. As of last April, Xbox Series S accounted for 75% of Microsoft current gen console sales, massively outweighing the Series X. It's over. It's over. It's over. You can sit there talking about Series X all you want. 75%. You still not opening up your eyes? You still in looking in space? 75%. I'm going to say it again because some of y'all still sleeping. I'm going to need for y'all to wake up. 75% of Xbox sales is Series S. You can forget about that X, baby. Sad, man. Sad. Everybody was coming after me. Why are you streaming Series S? Because more people buying Series S. You got to go with where the market is going. Ain't nobody really tripping on Series X like that. The Series X is the grandpa. of the consoles. The S is the new. Everybody buying that. Everybody wants that because you know what? Even though it has lower VRAM, even though it has lower textures, lower polygons, don't have all the same feature sets as the X, but it's okay because the S is prime time. That's our main focus. That in the console space, the S is where we want to be at. Why is that? Because it's cheaper and it's the Game Pass machine. So it's going to appeal more to people. People that are subscribing to Microsoft's business model, their first business model, their baby, which is Game Pass. Right next to that, you have two SKUs to choose from. You have the $299 512 gigabyte of SSD, or you're going to opt for the more premium storage of the S, which is the 1 terabyte. So now you have two options if you want to be an Xbox gamer. Not the freaking X. Open your eyes. Not the X. Microsoft knows exactly what they're doing, baby. They have the S and the 1 terabyte S. That's their main focus. That's their main push. Even if they come out with a Series X Tube Edition for $500, it's still not going to be as appealing as the S. Don't you get it? If people are not buying the X as much as they're buying the S, what makes you think a tube with no disk drive for the same $500 is going to be magically more appealing and more people are going to start to buy it more than the S? That is not going to happen. The math is off. It don't make sense. If the X digital, the tube edition, is $100 cheaper, now we're talking. Now we're talking. But they're adding an extra terabyte. They're adding 2 terabyte, right? To this tube system. So instead of 1, you're getting 2. So they're adding 2 terabytes. So I guess it's more appealing for the hardcore gamer that is still subscribed to Game Pass. So there's going to be a market for that, right? But is it going to be a strong enough market? Is the X with no disk drive with an extra terabyte at the same price going to be strong enough to outshine their primary console? Kind of too early to say. 70, let that sink in your hearts. 75%. That's a huge amount of consoles. It's over, man. Y'all still sleeping. It's over. Jesus. Help us. Let's go back to this. Y'all still sleeping, right? Listen to this. Y'all still sleeping. Okay. In yet more FTC document, I'm telling you, this leak is doing us a service. In yet more FTC document leaks, information about the Xbox Series X and S sales data has started to obviously what? Come freaking out. And the results might be surprising to some. As spotted by IGN in April 2022, Microsoft said that the S accounted for 75% of total series sales since launch. Wow. Oh boy. That's a hefty amount for a console that often gets labeled as not next gen. And it clearly shows the benefit of launching 2 different consoles right off the bat. We can't complain at more options for Xbox customers either. Although you might imagine the Series X to be the more popular current gen system, the Series S coming out on top here actually makes a lot of sense. During that time period, stock for Series X was still quite hard to come by, and the S proved a very viable alternative during the pandemic at $299 to boot. For April 2022, Microsoft forecasts Xbox hardware sell in to be 64.9% Series S and 35.1% Series X. Now, instead of actuals, we're like 74.8 Series S and 25.1 Series X. Now, that's a massive difference, fueled by, at the time, extreme supply shortage thanks to the pandemic. So, listen to this. Even though we're out of the pandemic, right? And what Phil said this, last year or so, that, it's over in terms of like Series X being hard to find. I mean, people in 2021 was still able to get Series X's if they wanted to, and even going into 2022, if you wanted to buy a Series X, I mean, it wasn't as hard to find as the PS5, right? So even though you can walk in the store right now and buy a Series X, people are still not freaking buying it as much as they are buying the S. You see what I'm saying? So yes, around this time in 2022, yes, the pandemic was still going on. Supply constraint was still happening. The factories, there was that rumor that Microsoft, even during the pandemic, remember that rumor that was going around basically saying that, well, Microsoft paid for more priority for the chip, right? Remember that, to be mass produced over the PS5, right? They paid more to mass produce more Series X's ahead of apparently the PS5 or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But at the same time, even with stock improving for the Series X, people are still not buying it as much as they're buying the S. So therefore, again, Microsoft is smiling and they're winning because you know why? Because in the console space, they know that their cheaper console is more appealing to the actual gamer, because Game Pass is the bread and heart and soul of Xbox. And the Series S is the Game Pass machine. $299, you can't beat that. Yes, you're not going to get the same textures, the same polygons. You're not going to get bigger storage. Well, now you can. Now you can. You could get a terabyte now. So it's more appealing than ever. At $349, it's more appealing than ever, right? Some people don't care about graphics. Some people don't care about 4K. There's a lot of people out there who don't care about 4K. They don't care about 4K 60. They don't care about ray tracing. You see what I'm saying? They don't care about limited amount of VRAM. That is for the hardcore gamer, where they're like, man, the VRAM is lacking. The textures, the resolution is not the same. Like there's so many different, the features are not the same as the X, right? So I'd rather just pay the extra $200 and get the more premium Xbox. But at that same time, it's like you paying for more, but you're getting less because the games are not being fully utilized for the more powerful hardware. So instead, what you're utilizing is the older games, the backwards compatible games on the X. Runs better, look better. You see what I'm saying? Now you're just playing old games. And I saw this article that was going around, and it's true. Like a lot of people, when Microsoft flipped the switch for the older Call of Duty games for the servers to be back on, a lot of people was rushing out buying Series X's. You see what I'm saying? Just to play old games. Old games. Not new games, old games. Then the sales kind of surged when Starfield came out. You see what I'm saying? Because people want, obviously, the better version of the game. So they want to pick it up for Series X, even though it's 30 FPS. But there is not enough of those gamers who are going to say, over the S gamers, who are going to say, you know what, let's go get the X. It's just not. Even with stock improvement, Even with us being out of the pandemic, it's still not enough. So what do you do? What do you do? Okay, for instance, is Hellblade going to be enough? Is Hellblade going to be enough to outshine the Series S in sales? No. No. Even if Hellblade turns out to be a great game that utilizes the X, it's not enough. It's not enough. You need a gazillion Starfield. You need a gazillion Hellblade. Hellblade is not for everybody. Just like God of War is not for everybody. Uncharted is not for everybody. Last of Us is not for everybody. Gears is not for everybody. All right? It's not. So yes, while Hellblade might help boost the Series X in sales, it's just not going to be enough for Microsoft to be like, oh yeah, let's shift our focus to the X. It's not going to happen. That's why they're putting all these new rules into place and mandating stuff. That's why. Mandating stuff on the developers. Listen, don't skip over the S. Don't skip over that S. You better not. They put rules into place. Make sure you don't skip over that S. Make sure you're developing with the with the S in mind. And make sure that the same features that are on the S is on the X. We don't want people who are buying the S to miss out, or else that's problems for us. So they mandate that stuff. And that makes it harder on the developer, right? Because now they got to figure out how to get all these features that will run like a champ on the Series X to run on the S with no sweat. Wow. I hope what I'm saying today opens your eyes, because this is not the same Xbox. This is not the same Xbox that we grew up on as kids from the late 80s, early 90s, this early 2000s. Not the same Xbox. There will never be the same Xbox that they were back in the 360 era. It's over. It's over. Now it's just mobile and PC and cloud. That's it. So if you are just a genuine fan of Xbox and you started out just like me and everybody, millions of other gamers, with the Xbox console in mind, unfortunately, that sad tale is going to come to an end. And if it just means that in the future, 8 years from now, 10 years from now, they're just going to be focusing on Game Pass, cloud, and mobile, then that's what they're going to do. I'm just saying, how long can you keep the console market going if people are not buying the other SKU? They're just buying one SKU. So eventually they're probably just going to come out with just one console. Right? Just one. Just one console they're going to come out with. Right? And it might not be what everybody likes. Or they might just skip the console space altogether. Quit, walk away. It's over. Console space is done. And we just focus on cloud, mobile, and PC. And that's their goal. That's their plan. It's evident. I mean, you see it right here on the chart. You see it, what Phil is saying. We have to look at those things, guys. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, after all these years, it does not look good for the console gamer. And every time we tune into an event, it's like we're hoping and wishing and praying that things will just turn around magically for us. Like we just waiting to hear something groundbreaking for the Xbox gamer. But it's just not the same. Instead, we're hearing about other things. You know, Game Pass. That's all you're hearing. Every single Game Pass. That's all you're hearing. Cloud, PC, mobile, Game Pass. Cloud, PC, mobile, Game Pass. That's all you're hearing. Nothing much on consoles. Yeah, they might rub a little bit on consoles, but the passion is not there. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. They're not hungry anymore. There we go, Marlon. They're not hungry for the title anymore. They're not hungry. There was an interview that was floating around from IGN from somebody from Xbox, and they plain as ABC, I forgot, I think it was Reforge Gaming, found the interview. And shout out to Reforge because he follows the channel. He found the interview where they were talking about the consoles and talking about what is their primary focus this generation. And I can't find that interview anywhere, but I'm telling you guys, listening to that interview, sad. They will never get back to 360 type of flavor. If that's what you're waiting on, if that's what you're hoping on, it ain't gonna happen. Not with this type of mindset. Oh no, we're gonna walk away. We're gonna quit gaming. We're gonna quit if mobile and PC and cloud don't work. We're done. We have to grow beyond consoles because consoles ain't cutting it. We're not selling enough. So we got to grow beyond. It's sad, man. It's so freaking sad and disappointing. And this is why I tell the fanboys, like, bro, this is this type of stuff that you have to spread awareness on. Because in this day and age, social media, you hear Phil Spencer talking about these shows and podcasts. He's talking about guys like me. That's why I'm telling you, open your freaking mouths. Can't be a yes boy and yes sir to every single thing. Open your mouths because the grass is not green like it used to be. You have to open your mouths because nothing will ever change if you're just silent. Nothing will ever change if you're just cheering on every single thing. You have to open your mouth and talk. Nothing tried, nothing done. And that's why guys like me is here. I don't get paid enough. I'm not doing this for the money like that because I don't get paid enough. I'm doing this because I'm passionate about it. The money will follow. Money always follows. As long as you're grinding and you're doing what you're doing, ain't no telling what can happen, but you have to seek the passion. This is why I sit here and I talk for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, because I'm passionate about what I do. You could see it in my face. You could see it. Because I'm so serious about this and we're all affected by this. I don't want Microsoft to quit and get out of the console space. Then what's going to happen? Then Sony is all high and mighty. What's going to happen? Sony get comfortable. What's going to happen? We all suffer. So while you see the fanboys, the PlayStation fanboys and the Xbox, yeah, laugh all you freaking want. Because in the end, it's going to bite us. It's going to get back to us. One way or the other. Because if you have one rule, one domination, if Sony is ruling everything or Nintendo is ruling everything, they're going to be able to do whatever they want and walk all over us. Don't you get it? The more competition, the better. Yes, that's the reason why I'm so hard on Xbox. Because I want them to do freaking better. When you care about something, when you love something, sometimes you got to put your foot down. You can't just be easing up off the gas and being soft. You got to put your foot down. You got to be raw. You got to be straight up. Or else nothing gets done. Or else you get walked on. Is that what you want? No, that's not what you want. You don't want these companies to be pushing us around and doing whatever they want to do with us. No. Because our voice should mean something. We're spending our hard-earned dollar. I know about y'all. I know about me. I ain't got it like that. You see what I'm saying? Because I have kids and I have a wife and I have a home. Like I have other things that's taking my money away. So I don't have money to blow. I don't have money to be dropping on every single bull crap that these companies want to pull because they want to be lazy. And they didn't want to be acting all nonchalant about, listen, bro, I don't have time for that. I don't. That's why you need to open your freaking mouths. I keep telling y'all that. That's the only way the message is going to get across. It's not that the fact that you're hating, there's nothing to hate on. Look at the situation that's unfolding right in front of your eyes. Look at the numbers. Look at the slide sheets. Look at the slides. Look at what Phil is saying. That's what you need to look at. Don't listen to the nonsense channels that's out there trying to paint this rainbow color, trying to paint this rainbow. Oh, it's all great. It's all good. It's all that. And the reality is stuff still remains the same, because you know what? Some people out there, they're trying to protect their livelihood because they feel like, man, if I'm hard on Xbox, they won't send me anything anymore. Nah, man. I feel like there's no integrity in that, because I feel like you want to say something, but you're too scared to say something because you're so worried about, oh, I ain't going to get this free stuff anymore. Forget about the free stuff. If a company can't respect you for your opinions and what you say and what you stand for, you don't need nothing for free for them. That's the corrupt situation that we're dealing with in gaming. All these other bigger channels with more views, more subscribers, selling their souls. Y'all still sleeping, right? Yeah, of course you are. Because that's why my numbers are the way they are. Because me, I speak my mind. I don't care if you like it. It is what it is. I'm raw. I speak my heart. And it's all my opinion, but I speak my heart and I speak the truth on how I feel, on how I see things, because I want things to be better. So you don't have to like me. You can like a gazillion other channels out there. Who is going to sell you a dream? Who's going to be fake and tell you, oh, Xbox this and Xbox that. But the reality is, look at the numbers. Look at the slide sheets. Look at what the head of Xbox is saying. Does not match up. Right? So that's why you see a lot of these guys, they get mad. And, you know, they send you all these vulgar, abrasive messages. Right? Because they just want to hear all this great stuff. And the reality is there is not so much great stuff. Half of these games that got announced 3 years, 4 years ago, we can't even see gameplay on them. All we have gotten is maybe a title screen in terms of a trailer or something like. We haven't even seen gameplay. All these games in development, we haven't seen nothing. No gameplay. Oh, no, we ain't seen nothing on this till 18 months. Oh, no, we ain't seen nothing on this for the next, I don't know, 2-3 years. Come on, guys. Sad, man. You know, sad. I go hard on here every day, man. I come on here and I bust my behind. I come on here and I sit in this chair, and all I have is my heart. That's all I have. And I put my all into this. I was just talking to my wife this morning about that. I put my all into this, bro. I put my all because this is all I have. And this is what I know how to do. You see what I'm saying? I've been doing this way too freaking long. I've been doing this since I was 18. I'm 36 now. Been doing this for years. Years. I've given my life to this. So I'm not fixing to sit here and listen to bull crap. No, I'm not. Doing this way too long. Way too freaking long. And I have sense to know what's really going on. What the heck is going on? This don't look good. Stuff that we grew up on. Games that we used to get. Quality that we used to get. Ain't there no more. It ain't the same. This generation should have been delayed. I'm being honest. It should have been delayed. Because it's almost as if like it's been one-sided from the start. And then now it's like balancing out itself a little bit. Now we really start seeing some stuff that we really should be seeing. We're getting a bunch of 30 FPS games, low quality freaking third party games, but they still want $70. Low quality remakes and remasters, and they still want full price. Come on, man. I can't be the only one. I come on here every single day. I put so much energy into these streams, so much, because I want things to change. I want things to change. I want this to get to the right people at Microsoft so they can hear this stuff. Like, bro, we feeling it out here, bro. We hurting out here. You know what I'm saying? We hurting. We tired of disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. Yes, I give them their flowers for that Xbox showcase. But half of the stuff was just in-game, in-engine footage No real hardcore gameplay. Still no real hardcore gameplay. But you showed more than Sony, and that's a big dub. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you're trying to be for the gamers by buying up all these companies and publishers, but it has to be more than just that. Buying. But what about the passion? What about what made Xbox Xbox? What about what sticks things together? What about the glue that brings everything together? That makes the X the X? What about that? When you turn on the original Xbox console, remember that green lava? Where is that? Where is that?
It's over 9,000!
Y'all don't remember that, do y'all? Y'all don't remember when you turn on the original Xbox, the original Xbox, and you turn that thing on, and you see that green lava, that the thing just morphing and just cooking, and then it just morphs into the X. Where is that? What is this? Not even the same. Some of y'all don't even remember that. The 360. The console that brought everybody together. Hard, doesn't matter if you were a hardcore, casual, doesn't matter what type of gamer you was. You getting a family member off the couch, doesn't matter, man. Y'all don't even, bro, I'm fired up today. I can't be the only one hurting right now for Xbox. I can't be. Y'all should be hurting too. The 360 was for every freaking body. Everybody getting up off the couch. Casual, hardcore, the non-gamer, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, Connect. Hello? The hardcore stuff, Gears, Halo, every freaking thing. Casual, Vita Pinata. What? Come on, man. Y'all playing. Not the same. Not the freaking same. Hence, 360. Bringing everybody together. Not the same. Now we just getting the casuals. We ain't getting everybody. This generation, we ain't getting there. Who's getting up off the couch to play a Series X? That's a non-gamer. Most people are like, huh? Who? What? Series X? What kind of games do I need to play on this thing? It's not the same. It's not the same. I don't care what none of y'all say. Not the same as the 360. And definitely not the same as the original Xbox. Far off. And will continue to be far off. And it seems like Microsoft, they don't get it. They still in Wonderland. Go back to what worked. Go back to the formula, the quality, the formula, the wider audience that you were appealing to back in the 360. Like make it about the gamer. Make the console gamer feel wanted. Go back to that. It's not hard. Go back to the drawing board. I don't care. Rehire some people back from 360. I don't freaking care. Do something. Don't just give up like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're ready to walk away. We're ready to walk away if mobile and PC and cloud doesn't work. Especially mobile. If mobile doesn't work, we're done. It's over. What? Sad, man. Wow, bro. Wow. I'm hurting, y'all. I'm hurting. I don't know about y'all, but I'm hurting. Like, it is sad. It is sad. And it's going to continue to be sad. Because I'm telling you, once Nintendo comes out with this more powerful hardware, oh boy. Nintendo is already always have been, will forever be for everybody. But now they really about to tap into that hardcore space. Is that what you want, Microsoft? See, Nintendo's smart. Nintendo is not for sale. So you can sit there talking about you want to play the long game all you want. Because you think Nintendo is going to fold and then you're going to buy Nintendo so that you can use their IPs to cater to a much more wider audience. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Nintendo is smart. Nintendo might not be for the hardcore, but they about to be with this newer console with all the partnerships and deals that they're inking right now. Call of Duty day and can you imagine Call of Duty on the next Switch console? They keep playing. Go ahead and walk away. You walk away from forever. You walk away, you're done. You turn the lights off. You clear everything out of the room. All these IPs and everything that you bought, you're probably going to sell them. I don't know what you're going to do with them. Or maybe you're just going to, I don't know, try to see if you can stretch xCloud as much as you can. I don't know. I don't know if you're going to be done, or you're just going to be riding the coattails of Game Pass in the clouds as a Netflix type of service. Maybe that might be the only other thing that you're going to do. But in terms of the gaming division, in terms of consoles,
it's over 9,000.
You already seen the writing. That hip, thank you for the 5. Says, I am so thankful that I was old enough to experience the entire generation of the Xbox 360, 2006 to 2013. Says, Marlon, we won't get that generation back. Yeah, it's done. It's over. It's done. It's over. You're not getting that. You're not getting that. That's a wrap. It's done. If Microsoft does not turn things, bro, we're approaching 2024. Don't know if we realize time is running out. This generation is literally almost done already. Time is going by quick. And Microsoft has not dropped something substantial on the Series X, the world's most powerful freaking console. Nothing of a big, the only thing that they have so far is Starfield. That is it. You need more than Starfield. You need way more than that to turn things around. You need like a zillion, millions, trillions of Starfields to turn things around before you can say, oh yeah, we're back to the 360. Nah. Casual Noob, thank you for the 2. Said Marlon always advising me to go raw and hard on Xbox. Money Heist, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Mr. Nemesis, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate you boys. Says if Xbox shuts down technology, bad for Sony too, because there would be no need to try to keep you on PlayStation anymore. Why try? Competition is good. YJ99 with the 2 says in 2027, all Game Pass Xbox will be back to 0 games. Man, it's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad because all we keep banking on is, oh, Gear 6. Gear 6? Bro, Gear 6 ain't coming out anytime soon. Okay, that's 1. 2, Elder Scrolls probably ain't coming out till the next Xbox console, if there's gonna be any next Xbox console. A lot of these games that got announced 3-4 years ago ain't coming out this generation. Ain't coming out. Gears, you're gonna be waiting a long time on that one. Long time on that one. Fable? Shoot. Fable what? 2025? 2026? You're going to be waiting. Long time. These games are taking... Who said it? Yeah, I think I'm joking around. Daniel Ahmad out on Twitter. Jason Jason Schreier. A lot of these newly announced, thank y'all for subbing. Make sure you turn the post bell on. A lot of these newly announced Xbox games or whatever is taking forever. They ain't coming out no time soon. By the time these games come out, we're in a whole nother generation. Oh man, remember when this got announced 5 years, 6 years ago? Oh nah, now it's just coming out. New console generation. Man, listen, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can already see it. You don't even have to be a fanboy. You can already see it. And like I said, Microsoft holds a key in the industry. They do. Because the technology that a lot of these companies like Sony is using for their cloud gaming is from Microsoft. It's Microsoft's technology. You see what I'm saying? So Microsoft has a foot in the industry. They do. But when it comes to console gaming, it's just not the same. They already have a head start over Sony with the cloud. They already have so much invested into mobile, right? PC, so much, because they're appealing to more of the PC gamers than they do console gamers. That's why they have more subs on PC. So the console gamer is at the bottom of the barrel. Bottom of the barrel. That's why we're getting what we're getting. Man, see, even Sony had to realize. Oh, shoot. We need to grow beyond the console. Jim is like, oh, Herman. Hello, Herman. Hi there, Herman. This is Jim Royan here. Listen, we need to grow beyond the console market because Microsoft is dominating that market as well. We might have to partner up with them with Azure and try to tap into that market as well. We need to start releasing our games, our first-party games, inside of PC and see if we can grow beyond the console. Okay, because we are tapping out here. So we need to find ways to grow beyond console. Microsoft, we've been on them the whole time, Herman, about putting their games on PC, and we were anti-PC for a long time. So, Herman, hear me. We need to put our games on PC. Listen, me, Herman. We need to set up a conference call right here because my blood pressure is extremely high here and it's stressing me out. So here's what we're going to do, Herman. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with a title, Horizon Zero Dawn. We're going to put Horizon Zero Dawn. But here's the thing, Herman. It's going to piss a lot of PlayStation fanboys off. But that's okay. Because they're going to feel like, well, why buy a PS5 if I can wait a year or 2 year or 3 year to buy a game on the PS5? I could just get it on PC, right? Okay, Herman. Chop it up with me. And we'll strike a board meeting right here if we have to. Right now. Get the jet ready, Herman. Telling you guys, man. Listen. You see, Jim already knows. Jim knows that, listen, we got to make the right decisions. We got to make the right decisions because, listen, we know that it's not our first party IPs that sells more on PlayStation. It's the third party stuff. So we got to come up with a situation to grow our first party IPs, get some more legs, get some more money as much money as possible outside of consoles. Because, for instance, Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, they trying to re-release these games on PS5. Then they're going to re-release them on PC, because here's the thing. We want to push more. We want to get even more gamers. That's something that Microsoft's been doing since day one. The only difference is that, well, when it comes to the console space, it's been a hit or miss for Microsoft. But on Sony's side, they've been dominating that space for years. So they know what they need to do to stay afloat. So it's like Sony, at the heart and soul of Sony, you got the console. All about the console gamer. Will forever be about the console gamer until the day they close business. But around the console gamer, here's all these backup plans that we have that we need to fall back on. You see, because shoot, if we sold 15 million copies of Spider-Man 2 on consoles, oh shoot, we can sell about 10 more on PC. And we can gain even more PlayStation fans for buying the console, potentially, if they don't want to wait 2 years, 3 years for the game to be day one. So Sony is smart, because they know, like, oh shoot, maybe we could sell 10 more copies, 10, 15, 20 million more copies. If we put it on PC, which it will. Smart. Microsoft been doing that. The problem is with Microsoft IPs is that they're just not strong enough. You know what I'm saying? They're just not strong. They haven't been strong for years. Halo, look at Halo. Haven't been the same. So in my closing, I'm hurting for Xbox. And I don't want to see them leave the gaming division. Whether mobile, PC, cloud don't work for them, I still want them to be in the console space, because it put pressure on Sony. And if the pressure is on you, you're going to work even twice as hard. And that's what all these companies, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, they got to work twice as hard for our money that we're putting in. Because money don't come free. We got to work for this. I got to work for this. I got to come on here day in and day out, and I got to sweat. I got to talk till my voice box can't even work no more. Sometimes when I'm even done streaming, I can't even freaking talk. Can't even do anything else, because I'm so freaking drained, because so much energy and time go into these streams. So I don't have money to just blow like that. I don't have time for the laziness. I don't have time for the just this nonchalant mindset of we don't freaking care, because at the end of the day, we got our safety blanket, and our safety blanket is Game Pass. I don't have time for that crap. Getting lazy and putting out trash. I don't have time for that, because I still got to spend money on this stuff. I still got to work for this stuff. So y'all need to work twice as hard. Sony need to keep on doing what they've been doing and work even harder. Microsoft need to apply pressure, not just apply pressure by buying and taking away stuff from Sony and putting pressure on them, but put pressure on them in the games, in the quality of the games. Make Sony look back and be like, oh, okay. Make Jimmy Boy like, okay, we need to work twice as hard here. We need to step it up on the facial animations here. We need to add ray tracing on every single thing here. Insomniac, you need to add ray tracing on Wolverine's. Listen, you need to go all out. I'm telling you, you're going to have to go all out, baby. Now you got to work twice as hard, because you see what your competition is doing. It's just like playing basketball, right? Like, you got a defender who is shutting every single thing down that you're putting up. You do a fadeaway, he blocks it. You do a layup, he blocks it. You do a three-pointer, he blocks it. And you're like, you do a dunk, you get stopped. Oh, man. shoot, I got to find a hole in his defense. Everybody got holes in their defense. I got to find a way to break past this defender. Great defender. He's longer than me. He got more reach than me. I got to find a way to blow past. I got to be faster. Maybe if I'm like Allen and I'm faster, then maybe I can get in my shot quick enough and I can let it off quick enough and I can make my shot that way because he's taller than me and he has more reach than me and I can't drive to the basket. I'm not LeBron. So I got to find another way. I got to create my shot. I got to create my shot elsewhere and I got to be more consistent on it because this dude over here is applying pressure. He's locking me down, putting his hand right in my face. I can't even see. So now I got to trust the wrist. And I got to jump even higher. I got to try to elevate over this guy some type of way. My vertical got to be crazy. Come on, guys. Q&A. Dip, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate the love. We out here. Xbox is doing everything Sega did that got themselves walked right out of the console market. Only the real gamers know about it. Yeah, for sure. Remember what happened to Sega? Okay. So if Microsoft does not wake up and really apply pressure, they're going to be like Sega. You know? Sorry, making software. And I mean, if that's the only way, just making software or just having Game Pass as a service, I don't know. And the cloud, maybe that might be good enough. Or maybe they might do this Fire Stick stuff, which we saw like samples or whatever of, right? Where, you know, that Fire Stick, you know, type ordeal, smaller console type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe something like that where $100, $150 device, you plug it into your TV and boom. But you don't even need that because you got Game Pass on your TV, your phone, your tablets, everything. You don't need a console. Remember? No console required. No console required. Remember? So they already telling us that right now. So there's no need for you to have a Fire Stick or a $150 smaller device that's not really a console, right? You don't need that because now no console required. All you need is your controller and you can play on any device as long as Xbox Game Pass and xCloud is compatible. Just saying. I mean, I get what you're saying, but Sega had so many potentials. Sega had so many freaking potential with the Dreamcast, but we're not going to go over that old stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's a shame. It's a shame. Because the Dreamcast was a great system. But again, the execution, man. The execution, that's the issue. You can have a great console all you want. You can have the world's most powerful console all you want. But at the end of the day, if you're not executing right and making sure you're checking all the boxes when it comes to that console, it don't mean nothing. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. So what do you do at that point? You got to go back to the drawing board or else it's over. You pack up yourself and get out the console market because you can't sell enough consoles to sustain yourself. Sad, man. Sad. You know, Power Stone and Shenmue. Man, there were games, bro. There were games. There were so many good games on Dreamcast. It was not a Crazy Taxi. Oh, man. There were so many games, bro. So many freaking good games. And just wasted. You know? Poorly executed. Great console. Was ahead of its time. Wasted. All wasted. Still got my Dreamcast, by the way. Still got my Dreamcast. Still got my Dreamcast. You know? I got 2 Dreamcasts. But, you know, still got my Dreamcast, man. Love my Dreamcast. I have a black one and I have the white one. You know what I'm saying? Still got my Dreamcast. But, man, it's sad. You go back to the joint. You go back to playing the joint and you're just like, oh. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man. It just brings back that nostalgia. And it brings back that moment where you're just like, oh, man, this was great. This was so freaking great. The memory card with the screen. Oh, so wonderful. Ahead of its time. Man. Crazy. Hydro. Ah, man. So many good games on the Dreamcast, man. NBA 2K. The original NBA 2K. Oh, man. So many freaking good games. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Joe S. Thank you for the $5. God bless, my G. Appreciate you supporting our show. Casual Noob with the $2. Sonic Adventure. Oh, man. So many games. Sonic Adventure. Sonic 2. Man. Sonic Adventure 2. Man, so many freaking games. So many what's that game called? That arcade game again? Was it, God, what's it called again? Golly, what's the name of that game? Used to play in the arcades. I used to waste a lot of money on that game. When we were in school. What was that game called? The one with the, man. You go in with the arcades with the guns and everything. What's that game called? House of the Dead. House of the Dead. I still have that game. House of the good old freaking days. Yup, House of the Dead. Man, so many good Dreamcast games. Thank you so much, Noob, for the $2. Says, words of Jim Ryan, Microsoft will be fine, more than fine. Well, let's see how long they're going to be fine for. House of the Dead, yes. That Soul Calibur, the original Soul, man, so many freaking good games, bro. Oh, my God. What's it? Jet Set Radio. Y'all remember Jet Set Radio? Oh, man. Some of y'all don't even remember that. The good old days. He says, you know, they remade it on Switch. Oh, yeah. House of the Dead, right? Yeah. Power Stone. Oh, my God. Power Stone was so freaking good. Shenmue 1 and 2. Oh, my God, man. Butter. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Ray? So many good games on the Dreamcast. NFL 2K. Man, so many good freaking games. So many games. Man. Rise to Honor. Oh, man. Rise to Honor was... I played that on PS2. Rise to Honor. You talking about that Jet Li game? Man. Good old days. Sega GT. Good old days, man. Good old days. We'll never get back to those days of gaming. We'll never get back to those games, man. Never. You know what I mean? It's just not the same. Blitz. Frig. Oh, man. Phantasy Star Online. Oh, my God. Man. It's just not the same, bro. Not the same, bro. Not the same. Just not the same. It's not the same. Marvel vs. Capcom. Oh, man. Marvel vs. Capcom. Oh, my God. So good. Man. So many. Ready to Rumble. So many good games. Man, y'all bringing back that good nostalgia, man. Those years and days of gaming is gone. It's a wrap. It's done. You know what I'm saying? It's over. It's over. You know what I'm saying? It's done. Celebrity deathmatch. But yeah, Virtual Cop. Yep, man. Tennis too. Yeah, bro. Dead or Alive 2. Oh my God. Streets of Rage. He says they coming at you today. It says crazy how when you check that chat, it stops. Laugh out loud. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, the evidence is there. So it's all good, baby. It's all good. Tekken 3. Oh, Tekken 3. Fire. MDK 2. Oh, man. So many freaking. 50 Cent, Blood in the Set. They don't make games like that no more. Code Veronica. Oh, man. I think Code Veronica is probably up there. That should be on everybody's top 5 when it comes to Resident Evil. That should be on everybody's top 5. Everybody's top 5 at this point. You know? Everybody's top 5. Jet Li Rise to yeah, amazing, bro. 50 Cent game was what? Oh, you crazy. That 50 Cent game was fire. What? Oh my God, man. What's it? 50 Cent Bulletproof? And I think it was the Blood and Sand, right? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly. Like, what? Yo, that joint was fire. You crazy? Oh my God. That 50 Cent game was dope. You crazy, bro. That 50 Cent game was, it said Jessica Alba, Dark Ages. Oh, man. It says, I own 4 PS2s. Hey, let's go. It says Xbox and Sega should team up. Sega Xbox console and all Sega games are, yeah, well, I mean, we've been hearing about some type of acquisition, you know what I mean? Cooking and everything. Says, I know, like stirring the pot, but Microsoft has got themselves to blame for not creating quality and buying studios instead of putting money into those they already have. Yeah, Bulletproof was fire, bro. Oh my God. Bulletproof was fire. What? Man. Oh my goodness, bro. That game was so freaking, man, that brings back original Xbox memories, bro. Prince of Persia. Oh yeah, Prince of Persia, dope. Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. That's out of all the Prince of Persia games, Sands of Time is like my all-time favorite. That game was ahead of its time. Like literally ahead of its time. Like no joke. It was ahead of its time. So yeah. Yeah. It says, what do you think about Sonic Adventure games? Oh man. Sonic Adventure was dope. Like these newer Sonic games, nothing like Sonic Adventure, man. People been wanting a new Sonic Adventure for years. Not gonna happen. Yeah, 50 Cent Bulletproof. Yeah, that was the game. That was the San Andreas. Oh yeah, San Andreas way better to me. San Andreas is better than GTA 5 to me. Says, I own Xbox One and gave it away. So I bought a Series S in 21 because I couldn't find the X. And I wanted to see if I like Xbox ecosystem. Eventually, I upgraded to the X. My man, Casual Noob. Let's get it. Says, don't be afraid to speak your mind. Xbox is trash and PlayStation is great. Oh, wouldn't say that, man. Don't say that, bruh. I wouldn't say that. That's a bit abrasive there, man. That's very abrasive. Now you about to stir the pot now. Now you about to really stir the pot. Oh boy. Oh, Sonic Heroes on GameCube. Oh man, the GameCube was fire, bro. Sonic Heroes was good. He says only Saints Row 2 was, man, Saints Row 2 was legendary. Saints Row 2 was legendary. Saints Row 2 was legendary. For sure. Yo. Robbie, what's up, Robbie? I said, Marlon, I miss PS2. Yeah, man, bro. That time frame of gaming is just, it's over. You know what I mean? It's not coming back. Unfortunately. Said, Marlon, please, no more English accent, bro. It says I live in. Hey, man, I got to make y'all laugh. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rich, I got to make y'all laugh, man. Yo, shouts to my UK boys. Yeah. Resident Evil 1, 0, and 4. Oh, yeah. Resident Evil 0 was good. It was a good game. I remember playing that on GameCube. Let's see here. It says, I'm not a fanboy. Hey, Real Solo. Hey, that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. Need for Speed Underground 1. Oh, yeah. Underground was lit. Underground was lit, man. Customizing your cars and, you know, stuff like that. I mean, down to the caliper, like customizing the caliper, you know, the engine block, spraying the engine block, adding pistons, you know, spark plugs, man, head gasket, everything, like customizing the entire engine, you know? Yeah. Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2 was legendary. You're never getting back to those type of gaming, man. Gaming nowadays is just, yeah, lukewarm. It says you need to give us more preaching streams. We enjoyed. Hey, I'm glad y'all enjoy it, man, because listen, these streams, lots of energy. Lots of energy I put into these streams. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of energy to the point where I'm just like, after I'm done, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes so much out of you. It's a Manhunt was fire, bro. Blood Rain, Spy Hunter. Yeah, remember Spy Hunter on the PS2? Some of y'all were too young. Some of y'all wasn't even born yet. Y'all don't even know about no Spy Hunter. See, I don't know about no Spy Hunter, bro. Some of y'all don't even remember that. Blood Rain, y'all don't even know what that is. You know what I mean? Tokyo Extreme Racer was fire. Test Drive. Oh, yeah, Test Drive was lit. Oh, yeah. San Andreas is top tier. Oh, for sure. Better than GTA 5, in my opinion. But X-Men Origins Wolverine. Oh, legendary, bro. The Suffering. Oh, the Suffering. Suffering was on PS2. Man, I played it on PS2. That game was crazy. That game. Oh, yeah. 007 Night. What's it? Nightfire? I remember playing Nightfire. I played 007 Nightfire on GameCube. I think I played it on GameCube. Yeah, and then Agent Under Fire was it was okay, but Nightfire was the best. I think Agent 007 Nightfire on the GameCube, oh my God, it really showed you what the Cube could do in terms of graphics next to Metroid Prime and stuff like that. So, you know. Solid Snake, I appreciate you, man. Let's see here. It said these games companies develop games chasing trends. But by the time they finish the games, the trends change, and now they wasted time and money. Man, I'm telling you. Fear. Oh yeah, Fear was crazy. Oh, Bushido Blade. Oh man. Yeah, Nightfire was incredible, bro. Nightfire. Some of y'all don't even remember 007 Nightfire on the Cube. Thank you so much, King Mo. Some of y'all don't remember Nightfire on the Cube. The Warriors. Man. I still got the Warriors on PS2. Still got it. It says, what is the first PS2 game? For me, first PS2 game. Man, I got to try to remember. First PS2 game. I'm trying to remember, man. I'm trying to remember. I think it was I think it was MGS2. And man, I'm digging back in my collections, like going as far back as far as I can remember. Like, but I remember MGS2 was one of those games that, man, I don't even know how many times I played that joint, like from start to finish. He says I buy a PS2 for MGS2. Yeah. MGS2 was that game.
It's over 9,000.
Yo, that hip. Says Marlon, what's the background song? You like that song? It is called Awoken. Awoken by Purple Dive. It says MGS2 and you got Zone of the Enders. Oh, yeah. Remember that. Yeah. Yep. So I remember now. Yeah. F-Zero. Yeah. Yeah. F-Zero was lit, bro. F-Zero was lit. Time Splitters 1. Need for Speed Underground. Oh, that was your first PS2 game? Wow. Yeah. God. It was MGS2 and it was Onimusha. It was the original Onimusha. I'm trying to remember back. It was Onimusha, the original Onimusha. MGS2. Shinobi. Some of y'all don't even remember Shinobi. I'm trying to remember, man. It was, man. GT3. Gran Turismo 3. Man, it was so many freaking games, bro. I'm trying to, it was Gran Turismo 3, Metal Gear Solid 2, Onimusha, and Shinobi. And then from there, shoot, it was just everything else. It was just everything else. The Suffering and what was that game called again? God, I can't remember it right now. Man, that game really put SOCOM. Forgot about SOCOM. Man, it was so many freaking games, bro. Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. Man, it was so many freaking games. So many games. Bloody Roar. Oh, yeah. Devil May Cry. Yes. Thank you for remembering it. The original Devil May Cry. Yes. That was one of the first games, too, I had gotten. That showed you what the PS2 could do. Man, there's so many games, bro. So many. Man, talking about all this old stuff just brings back God of War. Yes, God of War. Yep. God of War was that game that really, because God of War came out around the time, like the ending part of the PS2. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, bro. God of War 2, the original God of War, man, really showed you what the PS2 could do. Man, good old days, bro. Good old freaking days, man. 2005. Yup. 2005. Yes, sir. God of War 1 and 2. Legendary. Legendary on PS2. Legendary. Really showed you what the PS2 could do. Really? You talking about showing you what the PS2 could do? Yeah. God of War 1 and 2. Metal Gear Solid. Onimusha, Shinobi. Man, there's so many freaking games, bro. So many. Yeah, God of War 2, incredible. And then they just went overboard with God of War 3. They just took it a whole step further with God of War 3 because of the power and capabilities of the PS3. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It says, I had to go back on eBay and buy some of the original Spider-Man games. Web of Shadows. Oh, man. Incredible. I said, anyone play the UFC games? I got a beta code here, North America PS5 if you want. Rob, tag me that on Twitter, or just email it to me. My email is on the back of my, just go to the about section or just email the code to me. I appreciate that. Yeah, we can knock it out this weekend when I have time. SSS Tricky. Oh, man, bro. PS2 was the best. Oh, yeah, for sure. PS2, legendary. You had the DVD. You had the DVD drive. You know what I'm saying? You could play games on there. You could play music on there. Man, the PS2, I think that's why the PS2 sold so much. Not because of the library of games, but the fact that it was an all-in-one entertainment center. You could pop your DVDs in there. You could pop your audio CDs in there, play music. Man, I used to play music on my PS2. Drop out like an audio CD in there, listen to some music, watch the little cube going around in a circle. I'd be cleaning up my room, doing my homework. Man, back in the day when I had my PS2, I didn't have a memory card, an 8 megabyte memory card. Like, I would keep my PS2 running for weeks, months, push it onto my bed because I didn't want my dad to see my PS2 on so he can turn it off, and then I lose all my saves. So I would save my lunch money to buy memory cards and stuff like that. Man, some of y'all don't remember those days, bro. Def Jam Vendetta, freaking classic, bro. Classic. He said Australian British. There you go. Man, GoldenEye. Yeah, some of y'all don't even remember that. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all don't even. I know, Ray. I know. Maybe PS6. They might do that. He says, I have a DVD player, PS2. There you go. That's why it sold so well, because a lot of people back then, at least when I was growing up back then, like that was the excuse I gave my moms. Like, I was like, yo, mom, like, listen, I need this PS2. And she was like, what is that what is a PS2? I said, well, it's a DVD player. I want to watch DVD movies, and she was like, how much is it? Yeah. Yo, I'm telling you, man. Then she was like, how much is it? And oh, man. She was like, I ain't buying that. That's too expensive. I said, well, I want it. I mean, I can play movies in there when I get home from school. And, I can play music. I can play games. It's all in one. And tricked her into buying it. Man, I think I had probably about like 5 or 6 PS2s, man. Like, no joke. $500? What? Nah, bruh. Must be out your mind. Nope. Rock band. Oh, man. It said, Marlon, you wrong. Hey, man, I had to trick her one way or the other. I had to get her one way or the other to do it. He said, Die Hard 2 on DVD. Hey, pop it in your PS2. Pop it in your PS2. I said PS2 was cheaper. PS2 was cheaper than buying a DVD player back then. Yep. Man, great freaking value. You know what I'm saying? Great freaking value. You could get to game. You know what I'm saying? You get to game. You get to play your movies, your audio, your music CDs, whatever. Man, good old freaking days, man. Good old freaking days. Yes, sir. He said, did you have the fat PS2? Oh, heck yeah. I used to work on the fat PS2 for a living. When I used to work at Plane Trade back in the day, yeah, man, we had a repair center. And I was one of the technicians. Man, good old freaking days. We used to work on PS3s. We used to repaste the fat PS3s, take off the thermal paste. You know what I mean? Some people used to come in with a 60 gigs and 80 gig PS3. This drive ain't working, or it's giving the yellow light of death or whatever. And we'll just tear down the PS3, repaste it, you know what I'm saying, heat up the chips and stuff like that, you know, and put it back together, man, and it will work. You know what I mean? That's how your boy was making money back then, you know? And then the PS2s, like the fat PS2s, you know, the little warranty seal that's on the right side next to the fan where you got that power switch. Pull off that warranty seal, you know what I'm saying? Tear down the whole entire PS2 down to the freaking motherboard of the PS2. We used to order the lens from China. You know what I mean? We'll get the lens in, you know, and I'll drop a new lens in there. People will drop off their PS2s, broken disk drives because they kids, you know, while the PS2 disk drive is open, they will step on it and break it. You know what I mean? So you already know the disk drive is done right there. So they'll bring it in, you know, pull it down, take down the disk drive. You know, the little white magnet thing that's in the disk drive, take that off, take off the whole covering and replace the disk drive. You know, make sure it gets back on track, put a new one in there, call them up. Hey, your PS2 is ready for pickup. You know, and then we had this cleaning solution, this lens cleaner, where we clean the laser off because people would say, oh yeah, my PS2 ain't reading the disc anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like my PS2 ain't reading the blue bottom disc. Y'all, some of y'all don't even remember that stuff. I had PS2s, not just one. I had multiple PS2s in my collection that can read the blue bottom disc. Some of y'all are too young to know about blue bottom disc PS2 games and silver bottom disc PS2 games. See, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all probably don't even know. They had PS2s back in the day that could use the first type of PS2 disc where, you know, Sony was pressing them up on the blue bottom disc. And then afterwards, they just start doing the, you know, silver bottom on everything. And, you know, there were times where we get PS2s in and it wasn't reading the blue bottom disc anymore. It was just reading silver bottom disc. And we're like, okay, you know, so we'll take out the lens, you know, and there's like a gear in like at the back of the lens, and we will kind of like mess with it. You know what I mean? Kind of recalibrate it and recalibrate the lens so that it could start reading the blue bottom. Man, boy, they used to call me the PS2 king back in the day. Boy, I used to fix PS2s for a living. Fix PS2s. We used to tear down GameCubes too as well, because we had the special type of tool to tear apart the GameCube and get that fixed. The original Xbox. Oh man, people used to come in the store with like the original Xbox with like, you know, hard drive error messages. Man, I would tear down the whole entire Xbox. Don't believe me? There's videos on YouTube of me working at the store. Like, no joke. This is like way back. You got to dig way back in the Wayback Machine on YouTube. But yeah, man, that's what I used to do for a living. Fix PS2s, Xbox. We fix 360s for a living. PS3. Man, good old days, bro. Y'all, some of y'all sleeping. Yes, sir. Man, good old days, man. Good old days, boy. I'm telling you what I used to do for a living, boy. Listen, man. Some of y'all don't even remember that stuff, boy. It says Series L is still losing. You stirring the pot. Come on, man. Stirring the pot. Eternal Darkness. Error message, your save file. Delete your save file because Eternal Darkness is not working. Marlon, can Phil Spencer worry? It says when make next. He says new Xbox Series X Stalker 2 2024, good game. It's possible, man. Yeah, pull. It said pull up the vid, man. I would have to dig deep. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I don't even know, man. Y'all gotta see old school Marlon. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up right quick. Let me show y'all, man. Let me see here. Sonic the Human, bro. Good. You know what? While we live right here, Sonic the Human. Yeah, this is the good old freaking days. Oh yeah, here we go. While I have y'all on stream, let me show y'all where your boy is coming from, man. I'm gonna show y'all where your boy is coming from. Your boy is coming. It ain't now your boy has been doing this. Your boy's been doing YouTube for years. 07 2006 YouTube. Man, some of y'all wasn't even knowing about YouTube back then. Let me show y'all something. I'm gonna give you back. Let's take you back almost 13 years ago. Y'all think it's now I'm just doing YouTube? Come on, man. I'm gonna show y'all my old boss as well, too. Let's give y'all a little taste of nostalgia. Let's go back almost 13 years ago, but literally 13 years ago. All right, let's cut the music real fast. Let's show you how long your boy's been doing this. And let's show you a little bit of the store where I used to work at. Shouts to Michael Hunter.
It's kind of getting out of hand. Yeah, I mean, he calls 2 or 3 times a day asking when is Sonic Colors coming out? When is Sonic Colors coming out? When is Sonic Colors?
Hey, you know the video is old when it's not. Anyways, let's go. Let's go.
Whoa, a nice item box. I wonder what's in there. Wait a minute. My theme song.
Sonic the Human, Sonic the Human, Sonic the Human, go Sonic, go Human, go Sonic the Human, Sonic the Human.
Oh my God. Yo, looking back at this stuff is so freaking cringe. Oh my God. I can't.
Go Human, go Sonic the Human.
Me!
You're not Sonic. Oh God. Here we go. Here we go. Buckle up, boys. Playing trade video games. There goes your boy. There goes your boy. There goes your boy. Hey, there goes. There goes. There goes the boy. There goes your boy. There goes your boy. Y'all think I'm lying? This is what I used to do for a living, man. 08, 07. It ain't now we've been doing YouTube, baby. We've been doing YouTube for years. Throwback, baby. That's your boy right there. Your boy. Oh boy. Here we go.
Ready? Go!
Does the Sonic Colors come out today? Sonic Colors come out today?
Oh yeah, Sonic Colors does come out today. You know what?
Yeah.
That crazy Michael's gonna be coming up here for it. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's coming.
You know, he's been calling every day about that game 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah.
So today's the release date. I'm surprised he's not already here. He must be busy, but he's gonna get here sooner or later looking for it.
Yeah, he be calling up here every day, and I think we should just get a restraining order on this dude because he just been acting crazy, calling up here every day, and I'm just tired of it. What you think?
Crazy. I think this kid is nuttier than trail mix.
I don't know.
probably better get that game out right now. Put it in a place where I can find it, because he's going to start running around the store wrecking stuff. Welcome to Play and Trade. May I help you? Oh, God. Michael. How's it going?
Is Sonic Colors out?
Yeah, it is out today. Okay, you're looking at a whopping $54.11.
Awesome. Whoa.
This is $7. $54.11.
54.11? Isn't this 54.11?
No, it's $7.
Well, in
So
ring
you-
money, this would be 54.11.
We don't accept ring money here. We only accept real currency.
That's not right. I want my game.
Yeah, Michael had been waiting for this game a pretty long time. So he then came in today and, of course, didn't have the money to pay for the game. All he had was $7. But this guy wants this game so bad, it's almost like drugs to him. So I finally figured, why prolong his agony? Take the game, please. Leave the store, restore my life back to normality. Okay, you know what? I tell you what, just give me the $7, take the game. Thank you, Michael.
Really?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better.
Yeah, he's gone. Finally. Hopefully, we're rid of him. I don't think we'll have to deal with this anymore. I don't think there are any Sonic games coming out for a while, so hopefully we won't have to deal with him again.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Man, this guy is crazy. Running up at the store all the time. Calling on the phone, keep asking about the Sonic. So now he got the Sonic, so we shouldn't have any problem with it.
Well, we can only hope.
Oh my goodness, who is that?
Hey, I forgot to ask. You have Sonic Colors for the DS?
Oh no! Wake up! Wake up! Oh my goodness. 911 emergency. Yes, I have a 41-year-old male on the floor. He fainted. Send some help, please. Wake up! Oh no! No!
Thanks for watching this episode of Sonic the
God,
Human.
I can't.
Make sure you
I can't.
subscribe if you enjoyed the show.
Oh my God, I can't. Oh man. Oh my God, so much freaking memories, man. Y'all think it's now I've been doing YouTube? Yeah, that's the old Marlon back then, man. That's the Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. And there's a part 2 to it too. There's actually a part 2. There's actually a part 2. So yeah, 2010, bro. Actually, we actually recorded that 2009. 2009. We actually did it in 2009. So, and it didn't get released until like 2010. So yeah. Man. It says press that laugh button. Yeah. Actually, 10 out of 10. Hey, great times, man. Great freaking times, bro. I don't know. Let me see if I can find part 2. I know we had part 2 somewhere. I don't know where part 2 is, but there's a part 2 though. There's a part 2 to it. I would have to find it and see, but yeah, there's a part 2 to it where it continues after where I was like screaming and stuff, saying no. Yeah, man, good old days, man. That was before I had kids and everything. Good old days, man. Good old days. Oh man, good old days, man. I had to take y'all back. I had to take y'all back, man. I had to take y'all back. Know where your boy's coming from, man. It's been a long journey, you know. We've been grinding for years, and here we are, man. So I love y'all. It says I can't unsee this. Hey, man, good old days. We was working at the store, and man, trust me. A blessing says we're getting old and rusty. I'm telling you, man, old and rusty. Does Play and Trade still in the business? Our particular location got closed down, so not anymore on that. But I'm pretty sure there might be some Play and Trades here and there in other states. But I know the location that we had in Houston, yeah, it got closed down. You know, GameStop obviously was our biggest competition, and yeah. So yeah, man, crazy nostalgia, man. Just talking about all the older games and stuff like that. Man, just brings back a lot of nostalgia and stuff. So yeah, but I love y'all. Thank y'all for the love. Make sure y'all subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. All right. And if this is your first time, I hope the show kind of helped you, entertain you. And thanks to those of you who poured in super chats today. Definitely does help us to keep the lights on and keep on doing this on the daily. And I love y'all. And yeah, I say, Marlon, you didn't age. Yeah, I know, right? I know. Pokemart says you're a legend, Marlon. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. I love y'all. We'll check out. You found part 2? Wait. Hold on. Let's see. Oh yeah. We found part 2. You know what? We'll save part 2. We'll save part 2 for another stream. How about that? We'll save. We can't show off everything one time. We'll save part 2 for another stream. All right. We'll save part 2 for another stream, but I love y'all. Be blessed. Be easy. And like the great Etika would say, please have yourself a great one. I love y'all, man. Hold tight. I'll have some timestamps for you boys. And I hope I made y'all laugh. I hope I made y'all smile today. Drive safe if you're on the road. If you're at work, please be safe, and enjoy your family. Enjoy your time. I love y'all. Peace.